Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome along to another session for our Esport Challenge with Motorsport New Zealand. It's the Charlotte Circus. We've had the Vs, the GT4s, the Endurance BMW. Last night we had the Oval. Today it's all about the Rallycross. And thanks to Rally New Zealand, there's going to be a prize. The winner will get a prize, get to go to the Battle of Jacks Ridge, November 13 and 14. What a prize that is. I'd cancel every one of these drivers. I would disqualify them all and I'll take the prize for them so that at least it gets used. Anyway, last night we decided to run the Oval. It was a lot of fun. There were plenty of drivers who actually missed out, but a lot of drivers had a heap of fun. Would you like to see how it ended? I can show you how it ended. Check this out. He's out of it. Sharp's still there. It's down to 11 of them. Hedderscheid left out. No chance there. McCutcheon will move in front. Liam Lawson still holding. He didn't have the lead for the entire race, but it only took a couple of laps to get there, and Blinko has got the tow. Blinko's trying to upset the back of Lawson's car. But Blinko knows if he pulls into the middle of the circuit, there is no one there to push him, and he will probably lose 2 or 3 positions. He's got to take the big gamble. McCutcheon shuts the door. He's not letting Blinko out at all, but he's got no slingshot opportunity past Lawson. 18 gone. There's more contact further back in this mob. They're into the wall. They're out of it. It goes from 12 down to 8. 4 drivers have been taken out. This final racing pack. Lap 19. Here they come. Lawson's been passed. Lawson has lost the momentum. McCutcheon has got through and he's blocking beautifully. He's holding position in the center of the field. Now they make contact. 12 goes down to 7. Here they go, 3 wide. It goes down to 7. It goes down to 6. Final lap. Blinko has got through. McCutcheon. Cooley makes contact on Lawson. Lawson gives him a serve back. Blinko, he was on pole, he lost the lead, but he played the game all the way through. He was waiting for the opportunity to steal it, to fake out Lawson. He got the slingshot. McCutcheon gets in behind. The checkered flag is about to fly, and here comes a checkered flag finish. It's a photo finish. Blinko, McCutcheon, who got it? McCutcheon wins by 2/100ths of a second. 1,000ths of a second. McCutcheon gets him. How about that? 0.002. It was a photo finish, so to speak. It was an epic way to end the Oval race last night. That mob chopped and changed around. There was cars that came in and cars that went out. It was brilliant. But anyway, today it's all different. Today it couldn't be any more different. Look at this. 30 drivers, 4 heats, 2 consolations and a final. You like that? You like that? I like it because this is Rallycross, and Rallycross is something unique. Rallycross is a completely different mindset to oval and to road racing. This is a heck of a challenge for some of these drivers. Not all of the registered drivers have arrived at the ground. So once again, they've chickened out, decided they're not capable. They're inept. They need to hand in their race driver licenses, but this heat will have Cameron Dance and Matt Stevens with Stewart, Northway, Hicks, Bate, Pluck and Adams. 8 of them. 3 cars to choose from. Subaru, VW or Ford. And I would say the majority are choosing the VW, but it looks like we've got a bunch of Subies there. Yeah, we have. 1, 2, 3. I see 3, 4 VWs so far. Yep. intriguing. Okay, so it starts off on tarmac, goes into the dirt with a big right-hand sweeper. Double apex over the jump. You get the jump wrong, good night, nurse. Then a hard right from the gravel and dirt onto the tarmac again. They waddle around a little bit, back onto the dirt for a left, then a hairpin. A really interesting hairpin because many try and take it too fast and they wipe themselves out. And then it's back around again. There is a joker lap, of course. This is Rallycross after all. It's a 5-lap sprint. Out on pole will be Cameron Dance and Matt Stevens. And there is always biff and bash in the real world of Rallycross. I somewhat expect we'll see the same thing here, won't we? They will. They'll go for it. Great fun, Rallycross. Really entertaining. Many drivers give up because they just get tired of turning the wheel and nothing happening because they, I don't know, maybe they think they're in an LMP2 car or a Formula car or a GT3 when you turn the wheel and something happens. Well, this is different. So the top 2 in this heat will automatically progress to the final. The rest will go in the consolation. So it's a no mistake, but those at the back have every opportunity because it gets a little bit loosey-goosey. Here they go, hard left. Watch how many miss this line for a starter because they'll overshoot it and go into the barriers. Here we go. So the front 2 are gone. It's just, and here come the V-dubs. Look at them. They're all in it. There's one Subi in the middle. If you go too fast here, you'll hit the concrete barrier. 3 of them out. It's just... I'm sorry for laughing. Actually, I'm not sorry for laughing because I expected this. Here comes 46. Jensen, mate. I hope they're laughing inside. I hope they are because it is enjoyable. There we go, the hard right-hander. It's Cameron Dance first out there. 5 laps, one of those must be the joker. Here's the right-hander, gravel hairpin. They've just got to be, they try to go too fast. See, everyone tries to go too fast in Rallycross and they end up causing themselves problem. So Hicks has gone through the joker, which is all tarmac. So it's faster, even though it's slightly longer. So he's back out there. Positions will change. Dance and Pluck at this stage are leading the pack. That start, though. When you're out on your own here, I mean, this is not, you don't slipstream. There is no toe in Rallycross. There's no slipstreaming. There's no sitting behind and waiting for the moment to slingshot out. It's a completely different mindset. You actually want to be on your own so that you're not making contact with anyone else and you can do your own thing. Mandela Pluck currently second, still on the main line, doesn't go for the joker lap. There is Hicks in third. Remember the front 2. Now, that is not where the circuit is, Jensen. Oh, Jensen Bate. Now, there's the funny bit. Jensen Bate actually has a B license in Rallycross. It's just, yeah, but when you try so hard and a little mistake here. Yeah, I don't think he practiced the joker lap. He doesn't know where it goes. Robert Northway currently in 6th position. Still has plenty of time. These other guys can wipe themselves out in a blink of an eye. Matt Stevens comes through. Robert Northway doesn't. Remember, it was, I'm sure he was he leading at one point? Oh, I can't remember now. Cameron Dance still going strong. Cameron Dance is pretty good. Big I rating. He's in the 3,000 when it comes to Rallycross. So Cameron Dance, who did win the opening stanza of this lockdown battle last week, as I say that, hits the wall. There's more drivers entering back on the track. This is entertaining, but they're so far apart we lose track of who it's who. Matt Hicks currently in 2nd spot. The car's looking a little rough, but I see he's driving a lot slower and they're still spinning each other. They haven't worked it out, have they? And I find it really entertaining. Remember Stevens hit the barrier at the start, didn't even make the first turn? Well, now he's currently 3rd, and all he needs is Hicks or Dance to wipe out. Just stay calm, Stevens, don't overdrive. Let Hicks make the mistake. There we go. Nicely done. Left is the good place to be. You get a better shot at the right-hander. onto the gravel, then the left and the right. Now this right-hand hairpin, not this bit here, the next bit, right here. It's really a slow sweeper. And if you go too fast, you do that. And that's Stephen's chance gone, I think. Stephen got tapped. Stevens has been tapped. He didn't start to catch up to Hicks. Hicks is actually a rookie in the simulation for Rallycross. Hasn't done much of it at all. Got through though, and is doing a stellar job staying out there. But here it comes. Oh no, that was it. Was the checkered flag? Yes, it was. So he missed out. So Dance and Hicks go immediately through to the final with Stephen Stewart, Northway, Pluck and Bate going into the repechage finals. There's 2 consolation finals at this stage. Depending on, I have not seen the end number of entry list. I know it's capped at 30, but I don't know if all 30 have arrived at the venue. But it doesn't matter. We'll just keep going. It doesn't matter. We'll have a lot of fun here to see who is going to win the double hospitality pass for the Repco Battle of Jacks Ridge. Pluck, McCutcheon, Henry, Hassard, Mallard, Browan and Williams. Now I know all of these drivers from the road course, but how many are actually any good at Rallycross? Oh, well, 2 of them have made contact at the start. They're into the wall. 1 into the barrier, 2 into the barrier. We end up with, what, 4 going through? 3 going through. 3 V-dubs. Noah Fiesta's in the mix. That's nice, isn't it? So, Matthew Pluck has actually got a very good rating. But the names, hang on, the names are changing all over the place. They're moving so wildly. Now it looks like Browan. Yeah, they're changing. Unfortunately, I can't keep track of who is actually leading. It's Pluck. I'm sure it is. Matthew Pluck is leading. Yes, just. McCutcheon is second, according to me. Don't worry about the timing. I think the timing is getting a little bit caught out, but I think McCutcheon is actually second. Yes, there we go. See, I know more than the race control does. Here they come. Mark Mallard's done well to get into third. See if he just continues to do that. Waits for one of the other 2 to make a mistake. Notice how he didn't go sideways? That is the art of Rallycross. Everyone thinks they've got to make like any block, but you don't. You do that. The smoother you are, the less you slide around on these tracks. And interestingly, here's the hush-hush secret. Higher gears. The lower the gear, the more the wheels spin, the more the revs, the more the wheels spin, the slower you go. Higher gears. Often drivers might go around in 4th and 5th, not even touch 2nd, not even touch 3rd. There we go, there's a 4th gear for McCutcheon. He's worked it out early on. Low revs. Look at that, see? Smart man currently in 2nd, chasing down Pluck. Does a 3rd gear just to get around the corner, into 5th. Will he hold 5th? 4th, going to 3rd, just. 3rd gear there. Really nice line from McCutcheon. Stunning line, in fact, and a mistake from Pluck up front. McCutcheon had to hit the brakes. He didn't want to plough into him. He is chasing him down on lap 3 of 5. He goes for the Joker. Did he practice the Joker lap? Does he know where it goes? Looks like he's on it. Will he catch? Will he pass? That V-double behind. No, he didn't. Intriguingly, I'm finding the Joker lap to be slower. Just not normal. Anyway, let's not worry about that either. Let's just enjoy the fact that cars are going sideways. I'm not sure who that was in the yellow and white. But look at Matthew Pluck going. C license, 4.9 on the Richter scale, 2,800 I rating when it comes to Rallycross. It's going to be a good final. At this stage, it is Pluck and McCutcheon going through to that final lap 4 of 5. He's already slightly sideways. Very nice line. Minimal. Look at that. Very minimal sliding in the dub. Over the jump. Let's see if he's nice here and casual. Yes. Let's watch him on the sweeper. Let's see how he does it. How much wheel spin? How sideways does he really get? Very little. Look at that. That's the art of it. He's got a handbrake too. Notice the back wheel's locking up, so he's one of the drivers who has installed a handbrake into the system. Takes the Joker lap, which is slightly slower. Messes it up a little bit on the right-hander. But his gap is pretty good. The gap's coming down. It's still 4.5 seconds. No problem. around he goes. Here we go, very gentle. Just going to watch those rear wheels to see when he does and doesn't use a hammer. Oh no, don't tell me McCutcheon has caught up to someone. Was that the checkered flag? I think it was. I hope it was. Yes, it was. So Matthew Pluck, Matt McCutcheon, 4.5 seconds back, and then just chaos ensued behind with drivers going into every barrier and wall that was available. I don't think there was an untouched panel or untouched barrier. It is fun. It is entertaining. Oh boy. A lot of Beetles. A lot of drivers have chosen the Vita Beetle. Little, small, nippy. Seems to be working for them over the Subi. Not many have chosen that, and very few have gone for the Ford Fiesta. In fact, I think there's only one or two in it. Okay. This is now already, it's going to be sharp and sharp this afternoon for lockdown. We're into the B main. I hope this gets you excited to actually have a go at Rallycross. So the top 6 here are going into the final. I do hope you see this and go, actually, that could be a lot of fun. I'm gonna crack into some of this Rallycross stuff because it is entertaining. It's hard work. There's no point lying, but hey, you love a challenge, don't you? Stevens, Henry, Stewart, Mallard, Pluck. Look at them all there. Who hits the right-hand barrier because they've gone too fast into turn 1? Here we go. Mallard tries to shut the door. We've already had 3 out. They've touched each other. Don't go too fast into here, lads. They make it through, do they? Yes, they do. And look at Mallard go. Where did this come from? Has Mark Mallard been secretly practicing? There goes another V-dub into the barriers. I love the fact that he's got Herbie Goes Bananas graphic scheme. I think that's brilliant. Yeah, just, excuse me, I need to nudge my way through. The joys of Rallycross. Loving it. So Mallard to me is already well and truly in second spot, holding sway behind. Is it? It's not Stevens. I'm just trying to work out who it is. And Mallard's in the pits. He's wiped himself out. He was doing so well. So well. Okay, well, there's the Herbie graphics. It's gone past. So that's 53, according to me. No, it has to be... Oh, look at the roof. That's the one. 33. But it's done. For those of you who are of the right age, you will know Herbie. And that is Herbie graphics. That's what that is. In fact, probably most of the young drivers here have never even heard of Herbie. Maybe they need to go watch some real-time movies, because there is only one race car in the world, and that's Herbie. Okay, Matt Stevens, Robert Henry, Ben Stewart, a whole bunch of them. Mark Mallard, well, he's out. Stewart, oh, goodness me, Arthur. He was doing so well in the Oval last night and in the other races earlier in the week. Would you look at the state of this? Now, who is that? Jensen Bate. His engine is completely total. It's pouring smoke out the sump. But okay, he's still in 6th position. And I think it's the top 6 that go through. So he still has an opportunity. Stewart, Henry, Williams. Ayrton Williams has moved all the way up with Matt Stevens. And oh, look at that. Ayrton Williams, you just about took him out. That is Stevens there in the lone Subi. Oh no, there's three of them, and Arthur's just not having the best of days in Rallycross. All right, out of the Joker lap, Robert Henry. Nice and gentle, son. Currently leading over Stevens. I don't know how that happened. Mistakes after mistakes. Williams, Stewart and Browan with Pluck, and there's a complete and utter rollover. Back on all 4, still in it. That was Ayrton Williams. Look at him. He's having a sensational run here at the Rallycross. I don't think he's made for Rallycrossing. Or maybe, in fact, he's doing it right, because he is entertaining me. It's Stevens now in front. So where on earth did Henry go? Oh dear. There he is. Well, he's not dead on the water, but geez, he must have spun out. He had to have spun out. To create such a gap, he had to have spun himself out. Stevens has come from nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. The gap is 4 seconds. strangely enough, even though he has spent the majority of the time off the circuit, Ayrton Williams is currently third. Because the other drivers, third place. We've seen him go upside down, we've seen him go across the grass, into the barriers, into the concrete, into another barrier, and yet he is still third place. There is it for the win, Stevens. Oh, you gem. Robert Henry and Ayrton Williams. I don't know how this fella has done that. Yeah, I do. It's because everyone else completely wiped out. Arthur Browen, he also had massive failures, but he's enjoying himself, no doubt. Mandela Pluck will go through. Jensen Bate, who killed the engine. I'm sure, even though he's going to be a lap down, I think he's going to make it through. Maybe. Just. He's in the pits. No. Is he going to make it? Hang on. What happens here? Is the race over? Let's see who's made it through. He has, because he was only one lap down. So in the P-main, Stevens, Henry, Williams, Browen, Pluck and Bate get through. It's goodbye to Stewart, Northway, Mallard and Hazard. It's been quite entertaining, hasn't it? Okay, right. What do we got next? This is the final. Okay, someone here is going to win that hospitality pass for 2 to the Repco Battle, Jacks Ridge. We're at the Bank of America, Roval. We're at the Rallycross. It's Charlotte. Yeah, look at that. Who wants to take the podium? It's just a warm-up at the moment. That warm-up is over, and we will be pitting. Okay, they line up on the grids shortly. I'll see who is where. I'm pretty sure Cameron Dance is probably the quickest. And it is with Matthew Pluck. Yep, there's Hicks and McCutcheon as well. Even Stevens sneaks through. Henry, Williams, Browen, Pluck and Bate. Look at Bate. Blew his engine up and he still gets through to the main final. Short and sharp this afternoon for our Part 2 lockdown at the Charlotte Circus. Here we go. Who's going to wipe themselves out before they even get to turn 1? Or will they be all under control? What a great start from the second row. Brilliant start. And calm, lads, calm. I do not believe it. I don't believe it. And there they go, wiping themselves out. The entire field is going to go in. Who gets through? I hope they're giggling about it, because that V-dub is a ping pong. Has it stopped yet? No. That would be fun to be inside. Absolutely, that would have been hilarious. Okay, breathe, and let's decide how many V-dubs we've got left. A whole heap of them. That's Robert Henry out front. And Browen with Pluck and William, the front two. They took each other out. They went sideways on the tarmac. Oh dear. Oh dear. Too fast into that right-hander. All over the place. Cameron Dance way back in 6th place. In fact, he's last. I'm sure he is. He's last. And he was on pole. Okay, so yes, that's because he went upside down 14 times and spun like a beatbox on his head. Let's go to the rest of the field. Matt McCutcheon currently in 4th place. Great pass over the jump. You don't see that all the time. Up front though, where are we going? There's McCutcheon. And you, really? The two people who crashed more than anyone else in the last heat are now leading this final. How does that work? Explain to me the logic of this. Williams gets around side by side. Don't do that, fellas. It won't work. I'm telling you. I just told you, didn't I? I told you it's not going to work. And Williams is up on his lid and he's out of it. So he's got to wait for another crash. Let's keep going because it is a 10-lapper of pure mayhem. Oh, I actually want to be out there. I want to be in this. This looks like so much fun. I demand that Motorsport does this all again and lets me commentate from inside the cockpit. Okay, Matt McCutcheon's been pushed. He was 3rd, yeah, pushy. Henry's now back in front. Browen has been knocked to 2nd. Ayrton Williams is down to 8 after his roll. Cameron Dance is still 10th. That's because his car is basically toast. There is Pluck as well coming through. A whole heap of them have taken their Joker lap. We are on lap 4 of 10. Don't think that the mayhem has stopped now. The physical effort inside the rigs to drive these things around. It's one of the few Fords, and it's not looking pretty, is it? Not at all. Here's Mandela Platt coming to 6th. In fact, it's got the cleanest car. Could make a big sweeping comeback here. Here's Ayrton Williams. And keep going. Right, Robert Henry up front. Now, how's that gap looking? 0.7, 0.9. Expanding. Teammate in behind, Matthew Pluck. Nice and calm into the right-hand sweep. Very calm over the jump. Let's see how aggressive he is on the 90 right-hander. Into it they go. Oh, a bit wide there from Pluck. Gets it back in. Pretty hot. Manages to brake and keep it under control. Here we go. Here comes the sweep. Third, probably grab fourth. Grab fourth gear. Grab fourth gear. Nah, he does. All right, there we go. That's better. Too much wheel spin, you see, in third. Too much wheel spin, throwing the gravel, but going nowhere. First place is Robert Henry. Second place is Matthew Pluck. Stevens is back there in the yellow Subi. McCutcheon in behind. Rowan in 5. Pluck in 6. Williams in 7. He's moved up. But at the moment, right up front, he's catching him. Now, Stevens has an advantage here because he's already done his Joker, and the Joker is slower. So the front two have not, and one of them has just made a mistake, and I think it was Henry. Yes, it was. Henry made a mistake as Stevens been tapped, but he's safe. Now, the front two still need to take the Joker lap, and it's going to cost them a little bit of track position. I didn't even realise before today that usually a Joker lap gives you an advantage. This one slows you down. It actually takes it away, which is kind of neat because it forces you to drive better on the main circuit, knowing that you're going to have to recover time from taking the Joker, instead of the other mentality of saying, well, if I muck it up on the main, I can gain back some time on the Joker. Now, I like this opposition way. Matthew Pluck now leads because he didn't make the mistake. Henry did. Both of those two drivers still have to take that Joker. Stevens gets in front because Pluck's made another mistake. Sorry, Henry made another mistake. Went way too wide on the gravel, and Stevens snuck up the inside. I think Henry has just gone off for the Joker lap. Yes, he has. Now, where will he pop out? Quite late. There he is there. Loses one more spot to McCutcheon this time. 8 of 10 gone. Henry out in front, and he's messed it up. He's messed it up completely. Oh, no. What a mistake from Henry, and he's still got to take the Joker. That will put, I'm sure, or was that Matthew? Oh, see, because the cars are identical, that there is Pluck, who got past. How did Pluck get past Stevens? Pluck hasn't done his Joker. That's how. That's how. Okay, it has to happen soon. Lap 8 of 10. Stevens needs to catch up. And he is. He's actually very quick. Let me look at his lap times here. Try and see if they're... No, they're virtually identical, so there's nothing in it. 2 seconds. The Joker is not worth 2 seconds, so Stevens needs something, and I don't think there's anything less than a 40 here. So he's not going to gain on Pluck. He's going to hope that Pluck makes a mistake. That's his only option, because they're both doing 40s, mid 40-second laps. Lap 9 of 10. Pluck is still trying to expand the gap. He wants 3.5. That's what he's looking for. He's only 2 seconds ahead. He's now 2.5. He has extended slightly. That's what he was after. Just to make sure when he does the Joker lap, according to our timing, he hasn't done it. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. On board. He's very smooth going through there. Less throttle. More momentum. For the last time he goes through this gravel section, he'll have to take the Joker here. Is Stevens close enough? Stevens is now gained back to... No, out to 2.5. Here he goes, down the Joker. Will he make a mistake and hit the wall? No, calm, easy does it. There goes Stevens. He's hit the wall. No, no, Stevens. You had it. You absolutely had it. Oh, no, heartbreak for Stevens. He tried his best to get him during that Joker lap, the 2.5 seconds. It must have gone down to just over 2. Oh, dearie me, but Matt Pluck, he does win. Stevens is second, McCutcheon is third. The rest of the rabble-rousers will come through and make up the numbers. Pluck, though, by 0.192 of a second. If Stevens hadn't hit the wall, he would have got him. 0.192 of a second. What a finish. McCutcheon 1 second back, and it's Pluck who wins. Thanks to Rally New Zealand, he will get to go to the Battle of Jack's Ridge on the donut. Speaking of donut, there's one right there in front of you. And he'll get to watch that in November, assuming we're out of lockdown by then. If not, there'll be a whole lot more of this esports stuff happening. I'm telling you. Okay, so what's up? What's up next? Let me tell you what's up next. Tomorrow is up next. Now, tomorrow is all about the Roval. Tomorrow is back for the road car races. We've given them their play around in oval racing. Very entertaining. Rallycross, well, that was a whole heap of giggles this afternoon. But tomorrow, it's who can handle the Roval road circuit in an Indy Pro 2000. Heat racing format, consolation final, main final. It's not easy. It's going to challenge the drivers. We'll see how many courageous ones turn up. It will be, again, mega racing and great entertainment. If you want to get amongst it, Motorsport New Zealand website, Facebook page, the social media, you'll find it. You'll find out how to get into it. I'll be back tomorrow for more live coverage from 12 right here on the Motorsport New Zealand Facebook, YouTube and Twitch channels. Thank you so much for watching our little short, sharp, punchy lockdown entertainment session, part 2 of the Charlotte Circuits. My name is Craig Lord, and for now, I say bye-bye, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.